Hey, what's up guys? It's Puchava here. Today I'm gonna show you a little gift I got for Christmas. Um, it's a digital ultrasonic cleaner type CD-4800. Um, so this is a 1.4 liter 70 watt unit which operates at 42 kilohertz. It does not have heating capability, but I did not need it, to be honest. So yeah, it was bought in a local shop, I believe. You can find the link under the video in the description. So, um, so what do we have here? It's a type CD-4800. What's interesting is that this box does not, or the device itself, as I assume, does not have any manufacturer logo on it. What is on the box though is a patent number. This is not a US patent number, from what I know. I have looked it up on the internet, but it didn't give much. So yeah, there were several links to Alibaba offerings and other broker sites, and then there is this website, which is some sort of, caching website for patents. So when I translated that, sadly into Polish, because that's how this browser works, it turns out it's assigned to Yao Xingyuan. And there are several other patents pertaining to similar field in general ultrasonic cleaning assigned to the same guy. Although I could not identify a company to which this was assigned, but this ultrasonic cleaner can be found under different names. Let's see what they are claiming. Digital ultrasonic cleaner CD-4800, 1.4 liter or 1.5 quart. Container with the maximum capacity of 1.1 liter and the minimum capacity of 450 milliliters. I believe the minimum capacity is because you need some sort of damping medium, because otherwise there could be, I don't know, like a standing wave or a reflection that could damage the ultrasonic transducer. There are 5 selectable times. They claim the stainless steel, the container material is stainless steel type SUS 304. Housing material is ABS, blah 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 blah. And there is the European type of plug checked on the box. Color is white, which kind of matches the fact that I have seen this or very similar unit under different names in different places of the internet with different plugs for different voltage ranges and such. So yeah. What I believe is happening is that the shop which this was bought from is buying that directly from the OEM, but they don't purchase enough, or they don't care enough to have their own brand established or printed on it. So this is as OEM as it gets. What else do we have? Large tank size. So yeah, for in this price range it is large tank. It's durable, blah 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 blah, better safety, good for extended use, for unstable voltage condition, better waterproof and drop-proof capabilities, safety certifications, and yeah, the box does have them printed on. We have this funny square, CE mark, PSC, ETL, and GS mark. So here is kind of, a cross section of the device, which shows us the PCB of the digital control panel, some accessories that come with this, and what I believe is the main PCB. And they claim they have industrial grade ultrasonic transducer, which is nice because I know for a fact that a lot of cheap Chinese ultrasonic cleaners are built around piezo transducers, which are more closely related to piezo buzzer rather than a real high power transducer. But if this is really what's on the inside, then we have a proper high power transducer here. They claim it uses plain tap water, stainless steel tank, large digital timer display, 5 digital settings, industrial grade ultrasonic transducer. I believe for them, or for the manufacturer, having the real ultrasonic transducer is one of the key selling points of this device. Here's the instruction manual. As you can see, it's not of a book type, it's like a folded sheet of paper. It does contain all the important info, controls, safety issues, and in general general usage manual. What is interesting though is that for me, being a person for whom English is not their first language, this instruction manual does not strike me as your typical Chinglish written instruction manual, which is just a Chinese manual put through the Google Translator or a similar software. It does contain some peculiar expressions. I won't bother to find an example right now, but yeah, it does seem like someone put some thought into it. Perhaps they weren't very good at English, and they have had to look up some phrases in a dictionary or something, but this is definitely not your typical Chinglish instruction. Okay, so here's the device itself. It has only like a normal cable, no earth grounding. But in general, no wonder. This is a type of device which is meant to be shielded, to be isolated everywhere. I mean, there is no metal, no exposed metal that would be mains connected, other than obviously the steel tank inside. So yeah, the case is made out of a nice plastic. I mean, this is not it's not the highest quality I have seen, to be honest, but it's definitely a decent one. I mean, it does have like a solid rugged feel to it. It's definitely not the cheapest Chinese plastic you can get. There is like a basket inside for the stuff that you're cleaning. It's made of the same plastic as the rest of the enclosure. We have a steel tank, and this is presumably where the transducer is mounted to. We have a very simple control panel. No, it's not like this thing needs some graphical LCD and other shit. There is a minimum and maximum level of fluid conveniently marked on the inside of the tank. So this is on the underside of the device. The sticker says, as you can see, ultrasonic cleaner, model CD-4800, 70 watts, made in China, and all the safety approvals and a serial number, which I am gonna blur out for now. So yeah, on the inside we have two ventilation holes. There is a fan in this one, or just behind this one. This one doesn't have anything behind it. What I do not intend to do with this unit is I do not intend to take it apart, which is because I have a warranty seal on it. The problem is it's not the first piece of equipment that I have that was purchased from this particular reseller, and I know for a fact that those stickers are really pain in the ass to remove in such a way that nobody notices. So I won't try because you know, as long as this unit seems to be of at least decent quality, ultrasonic cleaners are notorious for failing due to transducer failure. So I really would like to have a warranty on this unit, at least until, you know, the mandatory 2 years of warranty granted by European Union law expire, or until the unit fails and the reseller decides that they will not honor the warranty repair. Okay, so for cleaning stuff with an ultrasonic cleaner you need some sort of cleaning agent. Despite the fact that this unit claims to be using plain tap water, I don't really believe that, and also I find an idea of you know, washing the PCBs with a plain tap water a little bit disturbing. So I decided to try two options. There is a standard, you know, isopropyl alcohol cleaner, electronic grades one, and there is something that was advertised to me at the shop. It's an EcoShine Ultrasonic K3. It's an ultrasonic cleaner, concentrated detergent. So they claim that it removes plant greases, animal fat, mineral oils, synthetic oils, car grease, solid greases, machine oils, proteins, other organic contaminations, burnt fat. It removes mineral, chalk and cement contamination, good for cleaning coins, jewelry made of noble metals and other metals. It does not contain aggressive hydroxides. It has a pH of 10 to 11. The instruction says that you can dilute this in a ratio of 1 part of the concentrate to 10 parts of water for highly contaminated objects, up to 1 part of this to 50 parts of water for general purpose cleaning. And they also say that you can manually wash especially dirty things with the pure concentrate, which I do not really intend to do. It also claims to be containing some sort of corrosion inhibitors, which presumably you know, prevent the ultrasonic cleaner and the objects being cleaned from corroding from you know, from the contact with water which this was mixed with. The question I have is that well, to be honest, a 1 liter bottle of IPA costed me about €4 to purchase, while 5 liter canister is about €12. This one costs about €7, this bottle. So yeah, given that this will allow me to make anywhere from 10 to 50 liters of washing fluid, if this turned out to be removing all the flax residues and not to cause corrosion on the circuits I was cleaning, I will be very happy with that, because this is clearly more economical than using pure IPA. And yeah, this bottle is you know, about 900 milliliters of plain tap water, which I intend to mix with the concentrate. Okay, so I prepared the solution of the concentrate. It's approximately 1 to 10, perhaps 1 to 12 ratio. As you can see, it has a nice blue color, not that it really matters. It uh, it smells kind of like a strong pre-wash detergent they use in car washes sometimes. Or maybe perhaps like, you know, a cloth washing powder. Okay, anyway, we have some specimens here for testing. So for one, I have this universal PCB, which is completely dirty with flux residue, colophony and other shit. I have some of my tools, so the tweezer, some, you know, hemostats, brush, another tweezer, those side cutters which are completely trashed, but I use them for cutting rough stuff. So yeah, those things are mainly dirty with all forms of flux, colophony and other stuff like that. Let's see if that works. Those brushes won't fit. Okay, let's try to run it with the lid open. I'm gonna set it to shit. To 480 seconds, which is just 8 minutes. I have noticed that there is some condensation on the transparent part of the lid. So what I presume is happening is a similar effect to that used in ultrasonic air humidifiers. So part of the solution is turning into steam. Let's see. And yeah, the solution is a little bit above room temperature. So I believe that despite the fact that this unit does not have heating capability, some of the heat which is dissipated in the transducer is transferred to the liquid in the tank. So I believe the fan underneath the device is for cooling the electronics, while the heat from the transducer itself is dissipated into the tank, which kind of, you know, raises the temperature a little bit and helps in cleaning. I don't know if this effect is intended. I suspect that the transducer has to be attached very firmly, perhaps, I don't know, welded or screwed into the bottom of the tank. So I think that at least a mediocre thermal contact is unavoidable. Perhaps they have enhanced it somehow with some sort of thermal compound or something like that, I don't know. Okay, and the time's up. So when the unit turned off, there was a sound of a fan revving down, so this indeed has some forced cooling. And let's look at our test subjects. They look clean. Okay, so I've dried up this stuff with paper towel, and now let's examine the results of this cleaning procedure. I'm gonna get my, you know, €5 macro lens for the smartphone for this. So yeah, here is the tweezer. It's a little banged up, but that's not the issue. Aside from some fibers from the paper towel, obviously, It does seem pretty clean. I mean, it does not have this, like a sticky feeling to it, which is often the case when you are using a colophony mixed with IPA for soldering. Another tweezer, same story. It's no longer sticky. It does appear to have removed some paint from it, but again, this tweezer is probably older than I am, so I guess that's fine. Probably the paint wasn't there in the first place. The cutters, they were pretty greasy before because I was cutting wires in an old TV with it. It's nice and shiny right now, as you can see. Perhaps I will have to put some I don't know, like a machine oil in it or something to make it work better, but because supposedly this thing removes grease, so that's something to consider when you're cleaning mechanical parts. This is the hemostat. Aside from some fibers, it looks clean. This is the universal board I was worried about the most. It has been cleaned somewhat. I have noticed that some white residue has formed on the pads over here. I don't know, looks a little bit like an oxidation or something. And there are patches of solid colophony and flux residue left, so this is by no means clean. Let's look at the residue. So yeah, this is dirty as fuck. Those are some of the pads that appear oxidized or I don't know, whitened, something like that. And yeah, there is some flux residue. I mean, this PCB has been used several times, because when I do my prototypes and they are not, stored or used or sent off to customer, I tend to remove components from them and reuse the boards. I mean, it's just, a few seconds and it spares you a couple of euros. I just hit them up with a heat gun and bang them against the table for the components to fall out, and then remove the other stuff with the soldering station and the solder wick. So yeah, this I guess the judgment is that this is most likely good for grease and other stuff. But to be honest, for cleaning electronics after soldering, not so much. Unless obviously you use water-soluble flux. Okay, so I've emptied it. I drained some of the fluid back into the bottle with the solution, which is not very convenient because this stuff produces heaps of foam. But I believe the unit has been wiped clean. So yeah, the basket has been too. So one thing I've noticed that this, which is not very convenient about this unit, is that it does not have any sort of drain tap. So in order to drain it, you have to just pick it up and pour the stuff out. And if you intend to reuse the stuff like I do and pour it into the bottle, you're going to need a funnel or more preferably some sort of electric pump with a rubber hose to pump the stuff out. This may not be very relevant if you're using, concentrated stuff like this, which, one bottle of this can give me up to, like 50 liters of cleaning solution. So I don't really care about pouring out a half a liter or a liter of this. But in case of IPA, pouring a 1 liter after one use would be kind of waste. And IPA evaporates pretty quickly in room temperature, so I cannot keep the IPA in the unit anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find some way of conveniently draining the stuff out of this unit. So let's test the IPA. Okay, the one thing about IPA is that it does not smell as nicely as that concentrate did. A little bit more. Okay, so let's dump the PCB in. Okay, so the lid's on. Let's set it to 180, which is the default setting because the instruction manual claims it's the most frequently used one. We'll see. Let's turn it on and let's wait 3 minutes. What happens? Okay, so I've removed the boards from the cleaner, and I am pretty amazed by the effect, to be honest. Those boards are clean with a capital C. I mean, there is no flux residue anywhere whatsoever. The white residue from the from the solution of the concentrated detergent is left, by the way, so I think I will have to retin this board, but well, no big deal. So yeah, this stuff works amazingly, to be honest. I mean, I should have bought this earlier. I I have never owned an ultrasonic cleaner, and I am pretty amazed by how this thing works. One other test came to my attention. Supposedly, in order to test functionality or power of an ultrasonic cleaner, you need to dump a piece of tin foil into the tank, like so, and turn it on, and if the ultrasonic cleaner works properly and has, some considerable power, it will produce a number of holes in the tin foil. So let's see. Okay, so this thing is like Swiss cheese. I mean, it has been completely shredded in a number of places, but I can't help but notice that the most damaged parts of the foil were directly above the transducer, which, kind of makes sense, but it would mean that, what I would describe as cleaning power of this device is not equal in the entire volume of the cleaning fluid. So if you have something especially dirty, you should probably place it on the center directly above the transducer. Okay, so a bit of a summary. So I believe this unit costed between 50 and perhaps 65-70 euros, somewhere along that line. And for that price, I mean, I don't think you can get better stuff. There is loads of cheaper ultrasonic cleaners You can get them for as low as perhaps 20 euros, but I've looked at them in the past. They are built like shit. This one, on the other hand, I have to tell you, the look and feel is very nice. The interface, everything works as it's supposed to. The material quality is completely adequate for a device like that, and I would say amazing for the price this was bought at, and you know, for an entire price range. I mean, those materials to me they seem like, you know, a first class of materials. They have a similar look and feel to them as, you know, some medical stuff I've had to deal with. The functionality of the device, as you can see, as you have seen, pour it, you know, fill it with isopropyl alcohol, dump anything you have assembled into it, turn it on, and it's clean. I mean, it's really clean. And it only took like, you know, 2 minutes or something. It is a little bit cumbersome to empty this thing because it does not have any sort of tap, but again, neither does any of the other devices in this price range. I know for a fact that bigger units do have taps. For example, my fiancée happens to be a surgical technician by trade, and one of her, you know, tools of trade is an ultrasonic cleaner, which is, you know, like 500 kilos and a kilowatt of power or something like this. And obviously it does have a tap, because you cannot just lift it up and empty it into your sink. Yeah, I think this is a very good unit for the price. I mean, a very good value for money, very functional device, and yeah, I can only recommend it to everybody. Uh, what I don't know is that where you can actually buy this. I mean, this was bought from a local Polish reseller who, from what I know, does not sell to other countries, but this thing can be bought on eBay, Amazon, AliExpress, you name it, under different brand names, but always under the number CD-4800. So yeah, that would be it. I mean, now I'm gonna play with my new toy.